In the heart of the lush Indian jungle, the sun cast dappled patterns of light upon the forest floor, illuminating the majestic form of Gopala, the revered leader of the gaur herd. Gopala's massive frame, adorned with dark, glistening fur, stood out against the vibrant greenery, a testament to his strength and authority. As the morning mist lifted, the sounds of the jungle came alive, the chirping of birds, the chatter of monkeys, and the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Gopala surveyed his domain with a sense of pride and responsibility, his keen eyes scanning the surrounding landscape for any signs of danger. The herd, comprised of cows, calves, and younger bulls, grazed peacefully in the verdant meadows, their movements synchronized as they moved together in harmony. Gopala watched over them with a watchful eye, ensuring their safety and well-being at all times. Despite his imposing stature, Gopala was not merely a guardian of the herd. He was also a provider and a mentor. He led by example, teaching the younger members of the herd the ways of the jungle, the best grazing grounds, the safest watering holes, and the importance of unity and cooperation. Under Gopala's leadership, the herd thrived, their numbers growing steadily as new generations were born and raised within the safety of the jungle. Gopala took great pride in their success, knowing that his guidance and wisdom had played a crucial role in their survival. Yet, amidst the tranquility of the jungle, a seed of discontent began to take root in Gopala's heart. He watched as other animals garnered attention for their unique attributes, the graceful deer leaping through the undergrowth, the agile leopard stalking its prey, the colorful birds flitting among the trees, and couldn't help but feel a pang of envy. Despite his strength and leadership, Gopala longed for recognition beyond the confines of his herd. He yearned to be admired and revered by all who dwelled in the jungle, to be known not just as a gaur, but as a force to be reckoned with, a true king of the jungle. As the day wore on and the sun reached its zenith, Gopala's thoughts were consumed by his desire for recognition and validation. Little did he know that his quest for glory would lead him down a path fraught with challenges and revelations, forever altering the course of his destiny. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the jungle fell into the embrace of night, Gopala's thoughts continued to churn, fueled by the flames of jealousy that burned within him. He paced restlessly beneath the canopy of trees, his mind consumed by thoughts of comparison and inadequacy. From the depths of the jungle, he heard the distant calls of other animals, the haunting cry of a distant tiger, the eerie hoot of an owl in the treetops. Each sound served as a reminder of the unique talents and attributes possessed by his fellow jungle inhabitants, filling Gopala's heart with a bitter sense of envy. In the darkness, Gopala's thoughts turned to the events of the day, the fleeting admiration of the tourists, the whispers of awe that followed in their wake. For a brief moment, he had basked in the attention, relishing the validation of his existence beyond the confines of the jungle. But as the tourists departed, so too did their admiration, leaving Gopala feeling empty and discontented once more. Despite his towering stature and formidable strength, he couldn't shake the feeling of inadequacy that gnawed at him from within. With a heavy heart, Gopala retreated to the solitude of the forest, seeking solace amidst the towering trees and murmuring streams. Yet, even in the tranquility of the jungle, he found no respite from the green-eyed monster that lurked within him, its whispers growing louder with each passing moment. As the night wore on and the jungle slept, Gopala wrestled with his inner demons, grappling with feelings of envy and resentment that threatened to consume him whole. Little did he know that his quest for recognition would lead him down a path fraught with peril, testing the very limits of his strength and resolve. Dawn broke over the jungle, casting a golden glow upon the lush landscape as the first rays of sunlight pierced the dense canopy of trees. Gopala emerged from the shadows, his movements slow and deliberate, his mind still haunted by the specter of jealousy that had plagued him through the night. As he led the herd to a new grazing ground, Gopala's thoughts were consumed by self-doubt and discontent. He watched the other animals with a critical eye, unable to shake the feeling of inferiority that gnawed at him from within. Suddenly, a frantic cry shattered the peaceful morning air, sending a shiver down Gopala's spine. With a sense of urgency, he charged toward the source of the distress, his powerful hooves pounding against the soft earth as he raced through the undergrowth. At the edge of a clearing, Gopala skidded to a halt, his breath catching in his throat at the sight before him. A young calf, trapped in a pitfall trap set by poachers, its terrified eyes wide with fear. Without hesitation, Gopala sprang into action, his massive frame trembling with determination as he approached the pit. With a mighty heave, he lifted the heavy lid of the trap, revealing the frightened calf huddled within. With gentle nudges and soothing words, Gopala coaxed the calf out of the trap, his heart swelling with compassion as he guided it to safety, away from the dangers of the jungle. The herd gathered around, offering their gratitude and admiration for Gopala's selfless act of bravery. In that moment, as the sun rose high in the sky and the jungle echoed with the sounds of life, Gopala felt a stirring within his heart, a flicker of something he hadn't felt in a long time. It was a sense of purpose, of fulfillment, of something greater than himself. As he looked upon the faces of the herd, their eyes filled with gratitude and respect, Gopala realized the true meaning of greatness. It wasn't measured in the admiration of others or the pursuit of glory. It was found in the selfless acts of kindness and compassion that touched the lives of those around him. With newfound clarity and resolve, Gopala vowed to embrace his role as leader with humility and grace, knowing that true greatness lay not in the pursuit of recognition, but in the impact he had on those he cared for. Little did he know that his act of bravery would set into motion a chain of events that would forever alter the course of his destiny, leading him down a path of self-discovery and redemption that would test the very limits of his strength and resolve. In the aftermath of Gopala's courageous act, a subtle shift began to take hold within the jungle. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the moon cast its gentle glow upon the landscape, Gopala found himself immersed in a sea of introspection. With each step he took, he felt the weight of jealousy and resentment gradually lifting from his weary shoulders. The events of the day had opened his eyes to a truth he had long overlooked. The true measure of greatness lay not in the pursuit of recognition, but in the selfless acts of kindness and compassion that defined one's character. As he led the herd back to their resting grounds, Gopala's heart swelled with a newfound sense of purpose and clarity. He knew that he must embrace this change of heart fully, for the well-being of the herd and the harmony of the jungle depended on it. Gathering the herd beneath the shelter of the trees, Gopala spoke from the depths of his soul, his words echoing with wisdom and humility. He urged them to celebrate their differences, to embrace the diversity that made them unique, and to strive for unity and cooperation in all that they did. As the night wore on, and the jungle echoed with the sounds of life, Gopala felt a sense of peace settle over him like a warm blanket. He had taken the first step on a journey of self-discovery and redemption, one that would lead him down a path of greater understanding and enlightenment. In the days that followed, Gopala's transformation rippled through the jungle like a gentle breeze, touching the hearts of all who dwelled within its embrace. Under his wise leadership, the herd flourished, their bonds strengthened by a shared sense of purpose and unity. As the seasons changed and the jungle teemed with life, Gopala's legacy continued to grow, its roots stretching deep into the earth and reaching toward the heavens. His acts of kindness and selflessness served as a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who crossed his path, reminding them of the true meaning of greatness. The other animals of the jungle watched in awe as Gopala led the herd with grace and humility, his wisdom guiding them through times of joy and times of hardship alike. They came to admire him not for his strength or stature, but for the depth of his character and the kindness in his heart. As the years passed, Gopala's influence spread far beyond the boundaries of the jungle, touching the lives of creatures great and small across the vast expanse of the natural world. His story became a legend whispered among the trees, a testament to the power of compassion and the resilience of the human spirit. And though Gopala's time in the jungle eventually came to an end, his legacy lived on in the hearts of those he had touched, a shining example of the transformative power of love and the enduring beauty of the human spirit.